how do we truly connect, with a higher power, with the divine? Is there like a best way, a right approach to faith, to really feel that connection? These are, well, huge questions. They span across cultures, across time. Today we're diving deep into an ancient text, the Bhagavad Gita, looking for some answers, or at least some perspective. Specifically, chapter 12, it's all about bhakti yoga, the yoga of devotion.
Exactly. And our mission really is to pull out the core insights from this chapter. We'll start with this very practical question Arjuna asks Krishna, and then we'll unpack Krishna's answer. It's surprisingly straightforward, but also really profound, especially about this path of devotion.
Okay, yeah, let's get right into it then. Chapter 12 opens with Arjuna, the student, asking Krishna, his guide, a really pivotal question. He asks, let me get the phrasing right, "O Krishna, which devotees are superior? Those who worship you in your manifest form, like an idol or a specific image, or those who worship the unmanifest, the formless, invisible Brahman?"
And what's fascinating there, it's just how timeless that question feels, right? I mean, think about it. It echoes debates we still have today. Do you need a form, a concrete focus? Or is it purely about the abstract, the formless idea? Arjuna really nails this core tension in faith.
It really is a fundamental fork in the road, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's a big question to ask. What was Krishna's response?
Well, his answer is pretty inclusive, actually. He says, look, both types of devotees can get there. Whether you worship the manifest form or the unmanifest, you can attain God. But then he adds this really important clarification. He says that for those who worship the manifest form, with real love and faith, that path, the path of devotion, is actually simpler and easier.
Simpler and easier. Why? What's his reasoning for that?
He points out that, well, it's just plain difficult for us, for the human mind, to fixate on something formless. Our minds kind of naturally seek a focal point, something tangible to connect with. So the form provides that anchor.
Huh. That's really interesting. The emphasis on simplicity. It sort of suggests that maybe the difficulty isn't about spiritual value, but more about the practical challenge for our minds. Almost like an understanding of human psychology built into the teaching. Okay, so after that answer about accessibility, about the manifest path being simpler, where does Krishna go? He doesn't just stop there.
Right. No, exactly. He then shifts gears a bit. He starts describing the person who embodies this devotion. It moves from the how of worship to the who, the qualities of a true devotee.
Right. And what are those qualities? What makes someone a true devotee in Krishna's eyes?
He lists quite a few, and they're really transformative. First off, maintaining equipoise, that's samabhav, basically staying balance-centered towards everyone and everything, good, bad, pleasure, pain.
So not getting easily thrown off balance by things.
Exactly, and holding no malice towards anyone, being forgiving, compassionate, also being content, simple in nature, not driven by envy or hatred.
Yeah.
And crucially, remaining peaceful in, well, all situations. Calm amidst the storm, you could say.
Wow. That's quite a list.
It is, and if you connect that to the bigger picture, these aren't just, nice spiritual ideas. They're really foundational for living a harmonious life, internally and externally. And Krishna says someone like this kind of person, is dear to God.
That really shifts the focus, doesn't it? From just the act of worship to the inner state of the person. You mentioned simplicity, again, with the manifest path. Let's dig into that a bit more. Why is bhakti, this path of devotion, considered the simplest overall? What makes it accessible?
Its simplicity, I think, comes down to what it doesn't require. Bhakti doesn't demand, say, deep intellectual knowledge of complex philosophies or really difficult physical penances, what's called tapasya. You don't need to be a great scholar or an extreme ascetic.
Okay, so it's not about those external efforts necessarily.
Right. The core of its simplicity is this. The main thing is remembering God with a true heart, with unwavering faith, and most importantly, genuine love. That's the fuel. Krishna puts it very directly. He says, whatever is offered to me with love, I accept it.
Just take with love. That's it.
That's the essence. It's incredibly direct.
So that really opens the door wide, doesn't it? It means this path isn't exclusive. It's for anyone, regardless of intellect or background or ability to do, extreme practices. It really comes down to the heart's disposition.
Okay, so if we were to try and boil it all down, chapter 12, Bhakti Yoga. What's the main message, the key takeaway for someone listening?
I'd say the main message is this: true devotion, genuine love, and maintaining that inner balance, that equanimity or samabhav. These are the direct ways to connect with the divine, to attain God. It really emphasizes that you don't need special qualifications. You don't need grand rituals or sacrifices, the yagnas.
So it's less about the external show.
Much less. What's truly needed is that sincere love and a sense of surrender. And again, Krishna states that such a devotee, the one with that love and surrender, is most dear to him. The profound implication is that the path is far more about your inner state, your heartfelt connection, than it is about external actions or complex understanding. It's radically simple, in a way. Wow. That's a really powerful distillation. A deep dive into Chapter 12, definitely illuminating. We've touched on the accessibility of devotion, those key qualities of a true seeker, and the sheer power of simple love and surrender.
And it leaves you, the listener, with something to really think about, doesn't it? If this idea holds true, that the most direct path involves cultivating genuine love and this inner balance, this equanimity, how might really focusing on those qualities, just those, start to shift your daily life, your interactions, your sense of peace, regardless of what you believe or practice formally? It's a question we're sitting with.
Definitely something to ponder on your own deep dive. We hope you continue exploring, questioning, and feeding that curiosity.